And greetings, fellow YouTubers. I indeed bid you a good day. In the last part, we indeed left it off when I was taking on Elisa, and something just occurred to me while I was lying in bed last night thinking about YouTube. Oh, the many joys of said YouTube. One has two said psychic types. I have obviously my said Espeon and Roald Dahl. This could indeed be a problem, but unless you want me to change the Pokemon, I like both of them, and I think Psychic's a rather strong type, and I don't see many disadvantages to it. Obviously, these say Dark, but anyway, yes, that is it. And yes, it might be a rather inconvenience later on, and probability suggests I should get rid of it, but at this present time I have no plans. Maybe when one gets later on in the game, one will replace it for a Haxorus, because I'm rather fond of Haxorus. So, but until then, it will indeed be staying. So, let's indeed begin this battle soiree, shall we? Indeed we shall. Let's indeed begin, Elisa. You are challenged by Lida Elisa. That's rather nice. Rather nice indeed. She is indeed going to send out a Molga. Now, the interesting thing about a Molga is it doesn't weak to ground type moves, so it can be a rather large inconvenience for one. But at the same time, it can easily be taken down due to its not a very formidable opponent. And indeed, that is all. So, we shall indeed begin this battle soiree with a takedown. Hurrah! My Kit Kat's rather strong, now that one thinks about it. Indeed. Probability suggests we can indeed take down this Elisa this time. But of course, we indeed miss. It's rather inconvenient. And a Volt Switch. It's rather intriguing. Indeed. She is indeed going to send out for Flaffy. And we shall indeed go for the said dig. No, I did not mean to go for a quick attack, but anyway, that's a rather large inconvenience. One intended to go for dig. So, yes, that was a rather large waste of a turn, and I regret it ever so much. Indeed. So, what are we indeed going to do now? You might be asking. Well, we shall indeed go on to our Solosis. Indeed, and what shall we indeed do? Well, none other than heal our said Espeon. On the other hand, one should indeed go into Roald Dahl. It's a rather foolish move on my part to catch a Solosis in the first hand, due to the fact condolences people, I just had to recover for no apparent reason. However, no, it could be rather beneficial to me at this time. Why was I even trying to fight her? It's rather intriguing, one must admit. Yes, indeed. Hurrah. Now, what one will indeed do? I believe it would be rather good on one's part to go for the said. Where's one's said revives? Ah, there they are. Splendid. Kit Kat, indeed. Hopefully, will probability suggest we can indeed win this time, but in the last couple of times we have indeed failed rather miserably, not managing to take a winner of said Pokemon. But hopefully we can indeed win this said time. Emolga. It's rather nice. Let's indeed go into our beer. Let's indeed go into our Super Potion, shall we? Yeah, so that'll be more. It's rather nice. Quick attack, indeed. Hurrah! Whom shall we go into, you might be asking? Well, none other than our Kit Kat. A takedown would be indeed rather beneficial for one. Hurrah! And of course static is indeed going to kick in, which is indeed rather inconvenient, but we should... Haha! Our synchronize is indeed rather nice, but it would be more beneficial at an earlier date. Keep battling. One shall indeed heal this said paralysis first of all. Paralyzed heal, indeed. In some ways, when my Shizu evolved into a Umbreon, then I could have kept Solosis as a permanent team member, but no. At this present moment, he will indeed just be there until we get a better said team member. And probability suggests that'll be a Haxorus, because I'm rather fond of Haxorus. I would go for Hydreigon, but the only problem with said Hydreigon is he is indeed rather slow to evolve, which is indeed rather inconvenient, because he looks rather nice and has rather good stats. So if indeed came out victorious. Oh no, what was one indeed thinking? We never used a said attacking move. But anyway, a dig would indeed be rather beneficial. I've had a rather large amount of bother with this said member of the Elite Four. Hurrah! Aha! You have indeed proven yourself to be inferior. And of course, it is indeed not enough to take out said Substriker. But we shall indeed continue. Continue we must. One wishes to heal up all of said Kit Kat's HP, so a high proportion is indeed mandatory for such a thing. So let's indeed do that, shall we? Quick attack, hurrah! Dig, indeed. Pursuit, that's a rather intriguing move. Let's indeed hope it will do a rather large amount of damage. Hurrah! Dig, indeed. What shall we indeed go for next? You indeed might be asking. Well, we shall indeed go for our said super potion, and after that endeavour, we shall go for another dig. We shall indeed go for our final dig. Indeed. Hurrah! Indeed. Dig. It's a rather nice move. Rather nice indeed. Hurrah! Your quick attack is indeed proven to be inferior. Hurrah! And we indeed get to level 29, which is indeed rather nice indeed. Psycho! It's a rather nice move. We shall indeed forget something for said Psycho. But what? At this present moment, I don't think that I'm rather fond of my moves at this time, so one will indeed not forget any said moves. Flatty! No, one will indeed keep battling. Our ability suggests we can indeed take out all our said Pokemon with the rest of our team. One shall indeed go for Dig. And indeed we can outspeed it, which is indeed rather nice. Volt Switch, haha! Big, indeed. And we can indeed take it out. It's rather nice. And indeed, we have finally taken out the 4th gym leader, and are indeed halfway to getting all our said badges. Indeed, that's rather nice, Elisa. We'll indeed get the TM72 Volt Switch. One is contemplating teaching that to Maximus, I'm just thinking. And she is indeed going to stop us. Indeed. Venture forth we shall. Indeed. We're indeed halfway there. I'm ever so excited. So, the next matter of business you might be asking. Well, we are moving on to our 5th gym badge location, Driftfield City. Let's indeed heal our said Pokemon, shall we? Indeed one would. Indeed. I don't know how that wasn't apparent to me that I didn't realise. Had the SP on evolved at that time? I was just assuming it must have been night, and I've ended up with 2 psychic tests, which is indeed a foolish part on one's part, but anyway, let's indeed continue. We'll not dwell on the fact much longer. So, let's indeed travel to the gate. It's a rather nice part, we indeed got our 4th gym badge. I'm ever so excited for that. And we have indeed finally finished with this said time. So let's indeed meet our ever so fine rival here and Team Plasma. Indeed. One has a rather nice idea what one could indeed replace Solosis with. So, everyone, it gives me great displeasure to inform you that Solosis will indeed not be a member of our party. We shall indeed put it on the said PC, but have a good day. But instead, we shall indeed keep the nickname Raw Dal, because I'm rather fond of it, And we'll indeed be getting another Pokemon, and I will indeed give you a clue. It is indeed none other than Driftfield City. And I'll give you another clue. It is indeed located, and someone gives it to us. We shall indeed deposit one of our said Pokemon. One indeed bids you a good day. It's rather nice knowing you, but one has no further use for you. Let's indeed switch our party as a final matter of business. And we shall indeed switch it for tea. And so let's venture onwards. It appears we have went over our 50 minutes timeline. So I'll have to do a rather complex upload instead than one from just my rather nice recording software. So yes, indeed. So, as a final matter of business, to make this part rather long, we shall indeed take on Team Plasma. Indeed. You are challenged by Team Plasma Grunt. Trubbish. I'm rather fond of Trubbish. Let's indeed go, Pastel. And what shall we indeed go for? You might indeed be asking. Well, we'll indeed go for none other than our Razor Shell. One indeed needs to get up another couple of said levels. For one is indeed rather under level with some said Pokemon at this present moment. And then our Razor Shell should indeed be the said trick. A takedown! That can be rather inconvenient for one. But will indeed ensure your demise, Trubbish. Which is indeed ever so good for one. And we'll indeed get to set level 24. One indeed bids you a farewell, Team Plasma. Well, it's the first one. We shall indeed take on the second one. Hurrah! One indeed just wishes this, because one indeed wishes to finish up with this said city and move on to the next one. The next part. Indeed, let's go, Pastel. Indeed we shall. A razor shell is indeed rather appropriate. A confused raid, that can be rather inconvenient. So, yes, indeed. Let's indeed use razor shell, shall we, Pastel? Indeed we shall. Another razor shell is indeed rather appropriate. Super Fang. And of course we're indeed going to hit herself. One is indeed just going to indeed let one said Pastel faint. The one indeed wants to switch out to another said one. Oh, that's rather nice. It appears we're indeed not going to faint. It's rather lucky. Thanks to Super Fan only taking away half of the said amount of HP. It's a rather nice victory. And we're indeed going to get to level 25. Water Pulse. Forget, yes, indeed. One will indeed forget Water Gun for said Water Pulse. That can be rather beneficial in extreme. Indeed you shall. One bid you a farewell, Team Plasma. One indeed also bid you a farewell, Team Plasma. Yeah, 5 years ago, Team Plasma stole my little sister's purloin. It had been given to her as a present. I was only a little kid, I couldn't do anything. So that's why I have to get stronger. Good work. I knew you had good instincts. Well then. Much obliged. One did indeed not want to make a side trip to the Pokemon Center. The rather nice thing is we can indeed continue straight onwards to the next city, due to the said fact that, yes, one indeed wants to get to the next city, and then we'll indeed call the said part. I believe that's how I prove it. But we have indeed covered the city, thanks to some extra training, which ensured our victory. For otherwise, we would probably admit we would not be able to beat the said gym. So, yes, that's rather nice. Let's indeed go to this said part, shall we? Indeed we shall. But first of all, indeed, it appears we are going to have a triple battle. We'll indeed have a triple battle, get rid of these said trainers. And then, afterwards, we will indeed get to the next said city. It's rather nice. One was wondering if one should indeed do after game. I'm rather intrigued by after game, but I'm not sure. But if you're fond of after game, one will indeed do it. Just to select the things, one does not feel the need to simply get all the said Unova decks, which is indeed rather hard. To simply get a shiny Haxorus. As much as I am fond of shinies, one does not believe it's indeed worth it. I have only encountered two shinies, one I indeed sought after, and the other was indeed rather nice, for it was a surprise. The first one was indeed my Zorora, shiny Zorora. I was indeed using the Masuda method in my black version, and indeed, one was using it after about 20 eggs, one indeed got it. And it was a rather nice surprise. And the second one was indeed what was it indeed? What is it indeed? I'm rather intrigued by what it was. One believes it was oh yes, it was indeed a Golden. Yes, it was a rather nice surprise. What? Yes, it was rather unexpected, one must admit. What shall one indeed go for? I'm rather intrigued what one should go for. A takedown, indeed. One shall indeed go for it on Tortuga. White guard, that's rather inconvenient. Excuse one. One said, this emulator does not indeed handle said double battles rather well. That's another thing one could do, the Pokemon World Tournament. That's rather nice. I like the Pokemon World Tournament. I have still not yet indeed completed all the said Pokemon World Tournaments. More so the Mix Masters Tournament, for when one brings in rather good Pokemon, they are indeed taken, and their said Pokemon are indeed rather bad. So, yes, that's indeed the reason why one can lose it. Indeed. Let's indeed hope the said Waterfalls can indeed do a rather large amount of damage. It's rather inconvenient. It's rather inconvenient. But one shall indeed go for a Razor Shell on the said Archon. The next said move shall indeed be a Fly on said Tortuga. And the final move shall indeed be a said Bite on the said Sigilyph. Hurrah! Her ability suggests will indeed do a rather large amount of damage. Hurrah! It's rather nice. Let's indeed fly up high, shall we? Indeed we shall. Which one to go for? I believe I said Razor Shell is indeed rather appropriate on said Sigalith. And one shall indeed go for the said Quick Attack on Tortuga. This indeed that rather quick attack to assure its demise, despite it doing not that too much said damage, and one believes it has rather good physical defense. Aha! Indeed, you're proving yourself to be indeed inferior. In comparison, one is indeed far superior. Indeed, hopeless ensures your demise. And indeed it doesn't. That's rather intriguing. Oh yes, and condolences, people. What shall one indeed go for this set time? One believes well, a water pulse would indeed do neutral damage to the Tortuga, due to it being weak and super effective against it. For one said Pokemon, a said Ear Cutter would indeed do a rather small amount of said damage, and finally a said Takedown on said Tortuga. Indeed, hurrah! And indeed the said Tortuga fades. Truly splendid. And our Kit Kat is indeed going to get to level 30. Our first said Pokemon to do such a set thing. One is indeed rather intrigued. So, was indeed rather intrigued, but that was indeed pointless endeavour. So we shall indeed go into our said Pokemon. We shall indeed switch up the said party. One believes T should indeed be in the said front. Oh, another matter of business. One shall indeed switch Kit Kat for one. She is indeed now level 30. One wishes to get all one said Pokemon up to level 30. One likes to keep them evenly balanced. I'm just rather fond of doing such a thing. We shall indeed go into our super potions and indeed heal said Pokemon. I'm rather fond of doing such a said thing. Indeed. We are indeed finished. That's rather nice. So, let's into Adventure 4, shall we? One suggests collecting these said wings. Oh, it's rather intriguing. A wild Pokemon. That's indeed an original ducklet. One is rather fond of ducklets, but one already has a said flying type and a water type, and they have indeed many said weaknesses, ducklets. Due to the said fact that electric does indeed ensure their demise, one assures you. So let's indeed venture forth this rather large bridge. And hurrah! And is indeed rather fond of this music. So, indeed, we have indeed finished. And where are we located? Sheffield Rovers. So, yes, in this part we indeed accomplished a rather large amount of things. So, yes, indeed, it was rather nice. So, until next time, for the last time, one indeed bids you a farewell. One encourages you to indeed subscribe and like, for one is indeed not getting enough said subscribers. So once again, one bids you a good day. Good day.